Today is all about the Blackwater Creek Trail. We're going to be talking about the different areas of the trail, different options you have for parking, starting, stopping, all that. We're starting right here at the Ed Page entrance off Langhorne Road. You see some crazy stuff out here like this. Fly, eagles, fly. As I speak and shoot this, they are undefeated. It's November. It's nice. The leaves are falling or have fallen. And I got my partner. There he is. We're going to get after it right after this. Okay, David likes that side right there. So here's where we tell you. I'm JD. This is
David.
We're both with
EXP.
There you go. And we're starting off at the Langhorne Road entrance, the Ed Page entrance. Let me show you right over here. That is a St. George Greek Orthodox Church. There's parking in this lot right here. Actually, I don't know if those people are supposed to be parking in the St. George parking lot. I'm not sure. Nomad Coffee, you saw those signs?
I did see the signs.
Where's Nomad Coffee at?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We're gonna see if we can find that out. Maybe we can. Hey, every single day we talk to people about moving to, in, or around Lynchburg. So if you want to get in contact with us, there's a number popping up on the screen. Give us a call, send us an email. The email does say JD Miller, but again, if you want that guy right there, you go ahead and let me know. We'll connect you with David Miller. And we're gonna take a walk around here and just show you the entrance area of the Blackwater Creek Trail. I'm gonna show you a really nice bonus thing about the trail here. But as you jump on, there are markers that mark the way all along the trail. And at this area right here, the Ed Page area, you have an awareness garden for people who remembering, reflecting, people whose lives were affected by cancer. But see that right there? That is your starting point, 0. Now here's the deal. As I move into the shade, let's see how this works out for us. And I want to point you over here to this sign, the awareness garden. Honors families, caregivers, everyone whose lives were affected by someone with cancer. Oh, right there's a Nomad Coffee sign. We'll find that out in a minute. From this point, you're at mile 0. You can go on this paved trail, which is nice, paved all the way to the beginning of the River Walk section. That's 3 miles. Then you can continue on the River Walk section of the trail all the way across Percival's Island into Amherst County and get another 3 miles. You can get 6 miles out and 6 miles back if you need to get a 12-mile run. So we're going to talk about that momentarily. So we're taking a little walk through the awareness garden. This is a beautiful location for people to come and remember and reflect. And there is a bell. We can see it over here. I don't want to disrupt people that are walking through, but there's a bell right down there. And you can ring that bell for in remembrance of people that have been affected, people in your life that have been affected by cancer. So it's a beautiful place to come and sit and relax before you head off and do your exercising or use of the trail itself. All right, we found Nomad Coffee. David, you see what that sign says?
Please check social media for unexpected closings.
Yeah, I think they might have had an unexpected closing because we have hours of 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. So we're here during those times and they're not open. But here's the cool thing about this area right there. Real bathrooms. Now, along the Blackwater Creek Trail, you're going to find porta potties conveniently located for you at different locations. But right here at the Ed Page entrance off Langhorne Road, you have legit, permanent, solid foundation bathrooms. David, have you been on this trail before?
I have, many a times. Sometimes just to run, sometimes to bike.
Okay.
Sometimes by myself, sometimes with lots of people.
Okay, we'll talk about some biking options when we get to a different location. So I want to take a very quick walk here and show you just what the beginning of the trail looks like as we head out here, just so you can see it's nice and level, which is a good thing. It's really okay. It's not completely level, but compared to other places in the Hill City, it's nice and level. So for example, last week I think it was, my wife and I came out and we did 5 miles here, and you will see bikers.
Sorry, could you say that again?
No, I apologize for my watch. You will see bikers and joggers and dogs and all kinds of things on the trail, but this is what it looks like. And so my elevation, I think during that 5 mile run, was like 100 feet elevation overall. There's slight inclines and declines, some in some different areas, but that is what you're looking at. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it's pretty level, and you can get your nice exercise in here if that's important to you, and not be huffing and puffing going up and down hills. And we're gonna head off. I don't know what that area is over there. We're gonna head off and show you one little other section that I haven't been at yet at the Ed Page entrance before we jump in the car and zip off somewhere else. All right, we discovered something new. I am standing basically on top of Langhorne Road right there. That's Langhorne, and then Crane Hill is off to the left. And I'm gonna show you some of this on the map, but this is the bridge. I've never been on this bridge. What this does, right from the Ed Page entrance, you come across this bridge, this is another entrance point for you. Right over that way is Langhorne Middle School. Now you can park at Langhorne Middle School at the entrance to the park there on the weekends or in the evenings, but it's an active middle school, so they don't want you parking there. It's restricted during school hours. It's also currently temporarily the home of our church, Bedrock Lynchburg Church. So if you're in town, you want to see, you want to come visit me at church, come visit me at Bedrock Lynchburg. But this is a nice bridge. This is going to connect then hopefully to some other parks a little further on. I forget what the sign said, Ivy Creek, Peaks View, maybe something like that, the trails eventually. But it does head to Langhorne Middle, another parking area for you. All right, we're gonna head back towards those nice bathrooms. We're gonna jump in the car, we're gonna drive and go show you a different area of the Blackwater Creek Trail. All right, we are at the Hollands Mill Park. We're gonna see if you can end up hearing us over the roaring water back there. What is this a popular area for, David?
From time to time, and a lot of times, you see a lot of engagements right here with the waterfall in the background.
Well, hey, we got another engagement spot I'll tell you about in a minute. But so we're gonna take a walk. That right there is part of the Point of Honor loop. And if you run here, you can run in either direction. If you're heading down that way, you're gonna head under the road and you're gonna go over towards the Blackwater Creek Trail, just about where it ends and picks up to become the Riverwalk part of the trail. And then we're gonna walk through the parking lot where it's a little quieter and show you a couple other things. This could be a good spot just to point this out right here. I have been here when this is actually flooded. You can't walk across here. The water's coming up over top. So here's the deal. If you're gonna look to run or exercise or go for a walk, there are some portions of the trail that could be closed from time to time. Like this right here, if it's flooded, and they're pretty good normally about putting on the website if an area is closed, or if it's a planned closing where it's gonna be closed for a period of time. It's beautiful down here. I mean, the whole trail is really beautiful. And you have that 6 miles out, 6 miles back of paved trail, just like this. And then you have a bunch of earthen trails, different spurs and off hooks and whatever I'm trying to say, that you can run that are not, or hike, if you are not looking to stay on the paved trail. So there's lots of different options to do down here. and different spurs, and they can take you to different areas. If you only want to take a little piece of the trail and you don't want to do the whole thing, just depending on what you want to do, you want to pick your location, where you want to start, where you want to finish, and what you want to see along the way. This is the other end of the parking lot at the Hollins Mill Park. David, by the way, when we left over at the Ed Page entrance, did you see the sign at the Orthodox Church?
No.
Okay. Do you think they allow parking in there or don't allow parking in there?
I'm gonna say they do allow.
They do. Let's keep walking. So that's an update for you. If you're in that area and that lot is filled up, and it does fill up and people park along that little offshoot area, see if it works. Because I checked mine the other day, it didn't work. The church does allow you to park in there as long as it's not Sunday. You getting air out of there?
I'm not. Bummer.
It doesn't seem like it locks. These are a really cool idea, and I don't know if it's just malfunctioning or what, but they have a couple of these around along the trail where you can put air in your tires if your tires are low, not your air is low. Okay, so there's a canoe landing over here. I've never been in a canoe on the trail. I've been in a canoe. I'm not crazy. I've never been in a canoe on the Blackwater Creek. Have you?
Hey.
What?
I have not. I got a question for you though.
What?
How fast can you run?
I don't know why.
Because you got to be careful here. Speed limit's 15 miles an hour.
15. Maybe that's for scooters.
And bikers.
And bikers?
If you are really moving and you're running at 15 miles an hour, congratulations.
I guess.
But it's for bikers.
I might try that. I can run faster than, what is it?
I was going to say 31 miles an hour like
No.
Michael Scott.
I want another try. Here we go. 31! 31! No, faster than a mongoose, or not as fast as a mongoose, but faster than a, what is he?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure it out. I'll put it up there. I was gonna make a t-shirt like that, actually.
I am fast. To give you a reference point, I'm somewhere between a snake and a mongoose. And a panther.
Okay, so let me show you the trail. Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful day today in November. At the time of this recording, the Phils are tied in the World Series. We got another game tonight, but we're walking at a nice leisurely pace. I'm gonna try to mix it up, maybe. I don't know if I want to jog for you or not. I'm gonna see how far we get down here, because this does take you up right to kind of, I don't want to say the center section, but it takes you to a point where you have a divergence of trails. You have the Blackwater Creek Trail. You can keep going down to the river walk portion of the trail. You can skip off to do the Kemper Station Trail. You can come this way to do the Point of Honor loop. So there's kind of like a center point, and this will take you right there. Morning.
Solid 10.
Okay, that guy.
Solid 10.
10 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Okay, I like,
Maybe 8.
this is a great place to come run. And I think I've already told you this in this video, but my wife and I came down and did 5 miles last week because I am woefully unprepared for a half marathon that I'm running in a couple weeks. So half mile's 13.1.
Half mile.
Half marathon.
Half mile's half mile.
Half marathon is 13.1. I'm woefully unprepared. 5 miles is not going to get it cut. Oh, look at this tree right here. Let's go up here and take a look. So here, probably not good for the tree. I'm not sure. But we have names and initials and things carved in all the way. Not all the way up there, but you get some distance up there. All right.
That's impressive.
I am keeping David from work. He's got stuff to do today. But there is the Blackwater Creek, hence the name Blackwater Creek Trail. All right, I'm gonna venture on. David's gonna head off to work and try to sell a house. See ya.
See ya.
All right. All right, I'm gonna take you up to that little area that is the divergence point and talk about it from there. As we're walking, let me tell you that, you know, you hear sounds of animals off in the brush, especially this time of year when you have the leaves falling. There's a little birdhouse. You have sounds of animals. Could be squirrels. Could be squirrels. Is that proper? Or just squirrel? Anyway, could be squirrel. Could be deer. It could be a T-Rex. I'm not like a country guy, so it all sounds dangerous to me. But the trail is a fairly safe location. And yeah, I don't know if I'd like my wife out here running by herself, but the two of us come. I don't have any concerns. I am normally armed in some fashion, so let that be a warning to you T-Rexes out there. I'm armed in some fashion, and if I don't have something, I got the Don Knotts hands. Comment if you remember Don Knotts. Give me a kung fu chop in the comments if you know who Don Knotts is and where that comes from. Actually, in all seriousness, if you've been on the trail, please drop a comment and tell us what you like about the trail. Maybe you have a particular favorite spot to park, to walk, to exercise, something you like about the trail. Maybe you have an area that you don't like to go, particularly like to stay away from. But again, I've never been on the earthen part. I've been on the paved, all of the paved, but never the earthen part. So drop us a comment if you have something to say about what you like about the trail, you've been on the trail, or hey, if you come to Lynchburg to visit, this is definitely a place you want to see. Okay, we're looping around here from the Point of Honor loop, no pun intended, but we're going to loop around like this and go up the hill. Here's where we have some elevation, and we're going to get to that center point of the trail. I should jog it. Should I jog it for you? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna walk, and I'll see you when we get up there. Okay, before I head up there and show you the center point of the paved trail, look at this right here. Mile 0, Creekside Trail. Now, what's cool about this is an example of the earthen trail right here. You see that? Now, you could take this earthen trail, and it hugs the Blackwater Creek. You can follow that for 6 miles. You'd hit the Lynchburg Dog Park, which is another big recreational area, all the way to Shirley Road. So you can get a good bit of distance if you need to add on miles to your exercising on the earthen trail. And that's where we are. We're right at that loop area. We're gonna head up the elevation to the center point. I keep saying center point. I don't really know if it's the center point. It's about 2 miles. It's about 2 miles from the Ed Page entrance where we started off. So if you got on the paved part and you jogged or ran or walked 2 miles out, or biked, sorry, 2 miles out, you're gonna hit the point that we're gonna end up. And then it's about another mile to the front of the Riverwalk portion of the trail. All right, so here we are at this divergence point. Right there, you are here. This direction out here is the Ed Page entrance where we started. Right down here's where we came from, Point of Honor. And then up in this direction, you have Kemper Station Trail, that direction, or we continue on Blackwater Creek Trail, this direction. And there's your emergency call box if you need help. And another porta potty. We have a porta potty down at Hollands Mill Park. You have a porta potty here. They have them spaced out for your convenience at different locations. We are at one entrance of the Hollands Mill Tunnel right there. Now, the Blackwater Creek Trail was built on an abandoned railway bed, at least most of it. And here we have a tunnel. This tunnel is about 0.7 of a mile in length. I'm gonna walk into it a little bit to show you, but then I'm gonna swing around because I do think that part of the Point of Honor loop is closed off. The other day when I was running, I think I saw some fencing up, so I don't want to get caught walking too much, and I have to go back in that direction to get back to my car. But the tunnel is pretty cool. We're gonna take a look at it for you. It's a little cooler, you know, than maybe outside the tunnel when you're out here running. Get a little reprieve. I can feel it right now as I walk into the tunnel, how it's getting cooler. It is lit, as you can see. They have lighting throughout. And it's on a slight curve, but it doesn't take you long to get to the portion where you're gonna see the exit point. Okay, we can see some light coming now. Morning. There we go, we made it. Back in the light. If you go through that tunnel and you come out the other side, you're about 3/4 of a mile to the beginning of the Riverwalk portion of the Blackwater Creek Trail. Now, as far as housing, there are a myriad of housing options around portions of the trail, all different sizes, shapes, price points. Between the Ed Page entrance, where we started, and Hollands Mill Park, where we stopped for Hollands Mill Park, where we parked to do this portion of the video, we have good friends who own a beautiful house not far from the Ed Page entrance, and they have an Airbnb. So it's a great place to stay if you want to go out and explore the city a little bit. If you want to live, it's a beautiful place to live. Again, David and I did that video on Rivermont, and we drove through Rivermont right by his stomping grounds of Randolph College. And now our Airbnb is not close to the Blackwater Creek Trail per se, but if you're interested in doing some investing in the Lynchburg area, you can go ahead and give us a call also. We have one short-term rental currently. We're thinking about doing another one, not sure, but we have plenty of people in our brokerage team that work with investors and short-term rentals, and we can get you a whole bunch of information on that. And one of the things you do want to think about if you're looking at short-term or mid-term rentals is proximity to different areas. Proximity to the trail is one definite positive. If you're looking at short-term nursing, obviously proximity to hospitals. If you're looking at bringing in guests for school events, proximity to the universities and colleges. Of course, the amenities that you offer at the location itself, the finishes, the furnishings, all that matters. But man, if you have a nice place like our friends do, and you're close to certain things, it can certainly boost up the interest in your property itself. Look at the size of these bad boys. That's like as big as my head. I feel a little bad, I don't know, but I feel like I should say something here. I just had a single woman pass me running on the trail. I don't want to scare you off. I don't want to tell you shouldn't do it. I'm just a little security heightened, okay? And I'm being transparent, I'm being honest. I wouldn't want my wife running by herself. That's just me. But people do it. One just passed me. Okay, so I think you can feel pretty good about this beautiful area. We made it down to the portion of the River Walk part of the trail. And right here you see, that is Mosaic parking lot. The Mosaic parking lot downtown is a paid lot Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. But look at this right here. This is what's great about downtown. You do have a lot of free parking, momentary free parking, like 2-hour limits. And I'm gonna walk across the street into the sun and show you where the river front portion of the trail is. Behind me is Amazement Square. I've never been, but they do things like a lot of kids events, things for families and young'uns. And here we have our bird scooters ready for you to jump on. And then right down there you have the skate park. Got a couple of would-be skaters in there resting. This is a little piece of elevation you hear. I should show you up the street. So you head up to Commerce and Main and Church and Court, I don't know if I got the order right, but you're right downtown here. Riverwalk portion of the trail. This is where we have some elevation. When you're walking or running, you might feel a little bit right there. So let's talk about what we've seen so far today. I've seen an Eagles fan, at least their car. I've seen older people, seasoned citizens, younger people, mothers pushing strollers. I've seen dogs, I've seen walkers, I've seen runners, I've seen bicyclists. I've seen a guy practicing karate at the Hollins Park. You're gonna see some graffiti along the way, and you're gonna see some nice stuff like that. You matter. That's true, you do. So we're getting down to the end portion where Blackwater Creek Trail would end. The river walk portion of the trail would start, and behind me we'll go back in that direction. You're more downtown. You have some eateries, some places to sit, some more places to go out and practice your karate and do different things. And here we have the entrance to one side of the loop for the Point of Honor loop. There's your sign to the entrance to the Blackwater Creek Trail portion. Right back here where we came from is the Riverwalk portion. And I'm gonna finish up by showing you the bridge that cuts you over to the Point of Honor loop. Or again, if we would go straight away right there, if we keep walking straight, that takes us towards that Ed Page entrance where we started this whole video at. And right here's a little bridge going across the Blackwater Creek. Some portions of the creek when we were up further looked pretty stagnant. Looks like the water's flowing a little bit right here. Show you the other side. Now right here, this is that loop to the Point of Honor, and I do believe that it was closed off for some reason. Maybe they're doing some work. But this part of the Blackwater Creek Trail in front of us, that's gonna head back toward Edge Page. This part right here just runs parallel along the other side of the creek, and that'll loop back up to that divergent section where there's like 4 different ways you can go. Now our stopping point is Riverfront Park. Up behind me in that direction, you have the Bluff Walk, and you have eateries and drinkeries. I don't know if that's right, but you have Water Dog right over here. You have Malin's Ice Cream right over there. You have Dublin Coffee House right over there. And this is Riverfront Park. Now the other day when Nitty and I did our 5-miler, do I keep telling you about that? Hey, I was glad to get it done. This was filled with vendors because they actually had a run walk. I'm not sure if it was both, for suicide prevention. It was a suicide prevention event. They had this filled up, they had a stage, and they will have that down here. Different events, different 5Ks, different run walks. There's a little gravel portion over on the other side of Riverfront Park. And we're gonna show you that we head down towards the crossover to Percival Island. That's where the big love sign's at. Another parking area, more porta potties. I've never used a porta potty here along the trail. My wife has done it several times. It's not a secret, nothing to be embarrassed about. Oh, there's more porta potties right over there. So they have them around if you need them. I just don't need them as often as she does. But we're gonna head down to the love sign, walk across Percival Island. I'll show you that at least. And then I think we're gonna wrap it up soon, but I got that engagement story for you yet, so stick around. So where did I walk from? Right there, more free parking. Percival Island, natural area parking. And then we have these going on right here. The city has put up 7 of these informational kiosks. They have QR codes on. The map of the trail system will run through here. Different events that are coming up will run through there. Let's see if I can remember where they are. Right here, Percival Island, Old City Cemetery, Lynchburg Community Market, Lynchburg General Hospital, that's 4, Randolph College, University of Lynchburg, Amtrak station, the Kemper Amtrak train station. I got all 7. All right, we're gonna head off, show you over here in this direction, right? That first brick building, I don't know if you can see it, but that first brick building is Bikes Unlimited. I hope I got that name right as we pass the love sign. You'll find it, Bikes something. Let me look and see if I can see the sign. So you can bring your own bike, you can rent a bike there to ride on the trail, and they do that pints and pedals thing that David did. Go out for a little ride on the trail, then they stop for a beverage. So that's really cool. And then we're gonna walk across this bridge right out there. I want to show you the way over to the Amherst side of the trail system and finish up with that engagement story, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Finishing up right here on the Percival Island overlook. James River behind me, and this spot right here is where one of my daughters, my only daughter that's married, got engaged right on this Percival Island overlook. So there you see the James River, you see the city. It's a beautiful place. That wraps up our exploration of the Blackwater Creek Trail, and we did not even hit it all. Remember, the Kemper Street Station, that is paved. That's a little loop that we didn't even touch on yet. So you have Blackwater Creek, Kemper, you have the Point of Honor loop, and the Riverwalk portion of the trail that runs right through downtown, where you can jump off and get food and get snacks and all that. Listen, if you're coming into town to visit, this is a place you want to see. Take some time, go for a walk, go for a jog, and call me. Shoot me a text, send me an email, let's get together. I'll buy a coffee at Dublin or one of my other favorite coffee spots, and we can sit and chat about what it's like to live, work, and play in the Lynchburg, Virginia area, and you can enjoy this trail on a more regular basis. Or if you have questions about short-term rentals, Airbnbs, that kind of stuff, investing, we can talk about that too. Until next time, stay safe and we'll see ya.